Hi everyone, it's Katerina, and I'm here to do a little video on the upcoming Mercury retrograde of July 7th to August 2nd. A retrograde, when a planet goes retrograde, what it is it looks almost as if it were spinning backwards, but really what is happening is the Earth is in its rotation. It's actually a little bit ahead of the other planets, so it makes it look as if it's spinning and it's spinning backwards. So the planet that we're talking about, of course, is Mercury. So Mercury retrograde, where Mercury looks like it is going backwards and it's slowing down. So Mercury as a planet, one of the signs that it's at home in is Gemini. And Gemini is about communication, duality. Mercury can be quick. It's also a trickster planet. So it has a lot of fun with us. And it governs, again, things like electricity, travel, written and verbal communications, and contracts. So let's get started. Some of the things that I like to do during this period of time is reflect back on things that I have started before things went retrograde. So it gives me a chance to go through things and do any revisiting and revising and checking. I give myself extra time as it comes to travel. I double check my appointment bookings. I follow up with doctors to make sure that I have the right time, place, and day. I make sure that my car is filled up and there's a tune-up going on. I check, make sure I have enough data, that everything is functioning this way. We do the best we can, but there are going to be little glitches like I was having with my computer yesterday. So that's a typical Mercury retrograde. And you say, well, it's not retrograde. Yes, it's true. It only begins on the 7th, but this is like a PMS situation. We had a eclipse that was visible in South America, and we had a very strong full moon that did a lot of emotional upheaval. There's a lot of major things happening this year and in the summertime. So when you're thinking right now, the PMS, or the pre-retrograde stage, is happening in the sign of Cancer, and so is the retrograde. So there's some moodiness there. You'll feel emotions, anxiety, miscommunication taking place. And then the planet will go into maturity in the Leo sign. So when you're looking at the sentimentality or the emotionality and the sensitivity of Cancer, then you're going into a volatile, more aggressive sign, more direct sign in Leo. So there are benefits to retrogrades, like I was saying, is revising projects, making sure you're checking legal documentation. If you can avoid signing contracts during this period, it's not always possible. Then make sure you check it twice, and if it's a legal document, make sure that you get a professional to revise it and review it with you, just to make sure not only that the document itself is appropriate, but that you understand what it is that you're signing. So if you're getting a property sale, a job offer, you're buying a car, all these things are really important for you to make sure that you feel comfortable and take the time that's necessary. Again, leave extra time for travel. Try not to get too worked up if someone is sending you an email that seems very direct and a little bit curt, because again, we're going from Cancer into Leo, and Leo is very direct in this position. So it could ruffle feathers, but just realize with the heat and the retrograde, this is just compounding both parties' sensitivities. So sometimes it's just best to count to 10 before responding to a communication like this. And the same thing when you're with family and friends, try to keep it light and avoid, of course, the political conversations. So It is also a great time for you to work on your confidence at this time, particularly if this is something that you want to do. But you also have to make sure in this position that you are not coming off uh, as being a bully in your communications, not confidence, but arrogance. This is something that you would want to avoid when your Mercury retrograde is going into the sign of Leo, because right there you could get somebody really upset with you if you're a leader or a new leader, for instance, or developing leader, and you want to get people's buy-in. If you're going to be coming off not mirroring what your intention is, this could really be detrimental to you. So it's all about balance. It's all about taking time and using the retrograde for the good, and just making sure that you can laugh off if a little bit of something goes wrong. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I plan to do more. So again, the Mercury retrograde period is from July the 7th until August 2nd. Have a great time, and we'll talk soon.